We initially started therapy when she was 5. She had a lot of anxiety, a lot of trouble with behaviors at home, acting out, getting upset. And I didn't want someone who was just going to look at her one day and put her on medicine. So I sought out this clinician because this office was known for not starting with meds right away. So we worked with the clinician for about 2 years before the NEBA test came out, and we were able to do the testing and see what was going on for her. I did wonder. I worried that that there was a chance that she had ADHD or some other behavioral issues going on when we first started noticing the behaviors. It was just hard to tell if the anxiety was the strongest component or if it was the attention for her. We did notice that she didn't have as much trouble in school. She's very bright, so she was able to hold it together at school. Once she got home, that's where the trouble came in. So I initially heard about NEBA through her clinician. He felt that anxiety was the underlying cause of the behavior and the inattention and the focus problems, but he really wasn't sure. So we chose to do the NEBA test to find out if her issues were more related to the anxiety or if it was possible ADHD that was causing some of the things. The NEBA testing really helped us determine that it really was ADHD. So her test results showed that she likely did have ADHD. So we were able to look at possible solutions. After the testing, I thought about other medical conditions, and if she had something else that needed medication, I would put her on medicine. I had been fighting so hard, and she was working so hard to keep it together all day long at school and then melting down at home. So I felt like if it were something else, I'd put her on medications. I wouldn't make her keep working. And so that the NEBA helped me make that decision. When we sought out therapy, I didn't want to go to somebody who was going to look at her one time and diagnose her with ADHD. I wanted someone who was going to work with her and make those decisions. So her clinician was able to do that, and then through the NEBA testing, I was able to feel completely comfortable putting her on medication. I knew that we had tried everything we could without medication first, and without the NEBA, I wouldn't have felt comfortable moving to that next step. ADHD is her primary diagnosis, anxiety is her secondary diagnosis. After we went through the testing, we did go through her family physician to look at diagnosis for ADHD, and then we also sought out a behavioral specialist that specialized in medication. So we worked with the behavioral specialist. We started with a medication. It wasn't the right one for her, and so we tried a couple different ones before we found the right one. And now she's doing great. We see a huge difference. There is not a day that we have ever forgotten her medication. She doesn't forget her medication. She knows what it feels like when she doesn't have it, and she prefers to be able to concentrate and focus. I would absolutely recommend it to other parents, and I have recommended it to many other parents that I talk with. It just gave me the peace of mind. I was really struggling about putting her on medication, up at nights, not wanting to put her on meds and trying to figure out. I was afraid if we started medication, it would just snowball into more medications. It gave me the peace of mind to be able to say this is the right choice and this is what my daughter needs.